What's happening, people? Welcome back to the channel. I'm back again for a week roundup. I've got Akeem, Abib, and Sai with me as per usual. What's happening, boys? How's the weekend?
Could have been better. Could have been worse. So can't complain too much. Can't complain too much. Won some debates, lost some debates. Is what it is.
I heard that. You and Akeem, do you feel a bit mellow though, compared to what you both were? Compared to what you guys were saying on midweek.
It's funny because I remember last week you said the one result you don't want is a draw, and I guess that's what's kind of happened. But I guess we both feel mellow for much different reasons, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't really want to draw in that game. I wanted one of you to beat one another, but look, it is what it is. We'll get straight into it anyway. But before we get started, people, if you can please subscribe to the channel, click the like button, turn on your notifications, and know whenever we upload. And comment as well. Ask some questions. Let us know what your thoughts are on the games. And in terms of like the controversial decisions, I don't think it's controversial anyway. I think it was a red, but we'll talk about it. And anything else that's controversial the weekend, and the big Thomas Frank, we need to talk about him. So we'll save him until last. But let's get started with the game. Chelsea and Arsenal. Look, ended up being a draw. I didn't want to draw. I'm guessing you both didn't want to draw. You both were predicting like 2-0 win. And with all the conversation we had about the midfielders, Reece James really showed out today. And he's not the one. He's not a central midfielder. And he's the one that really showed out with 10 men. I mean, with 11 and with 10 men, he was all over. This is one. And I remember we was talking about it a bit on. I think I'm not gonna say you were disrespecting him, but you were slightly disrespecting him, Akeem. Reece James, and we was trying to say is when Reece is fit, he can ball. The reason why he gets a lot of slack is because he doesn't play often, but when he does play, this is what you get from him.
I said, bro, I rate Reece James. I did say that. I did say I rate Reece James. I did say he's a baller. I said I did. Am I lying? I did not say that. No,
I think you're lying. You told me what can Reece James do that Timber can't do.
Yeah, and in an attacking sense, I said they were as effective as each other going forward.
Did you not see him defensively tonight?
And Tim,
did you not see him defensively tonight?
Did Timber put a foot wrong defensively either?
I don't know, man. To be fair, he didn't really have any threat. In fairness to him, he was going to stop him.
But that's how good Timber is, though. That's why he doesn't have any threat, because
Timber didn't put a foot wrong. He didn't do nothing wrong.
Before the fire starts, Timber puts it out.
Yeah,
and if there is a fire, it's not a problem with him putting it out. That's defensively. I'm not arguing about the defensive stuff. It's the disrespect going forward. I do think James will. I'll take James over him going forward. That was what we was talking about.
I'm not going to argue.
To be honest, that's what I was saying. I was saying I feel like they're on par defensively. I don't think there's one or another I think they're on par. I think it's going forward. Reece James is just a whole different animal, to be honest. So that's why I thought. I mean, okay, obviously they're both good players. That's why there's a debate, right? They're both good players, but for me, Reece James is still kind of clear. But I'm not going to be
kind of clear.
Wait. I'm going to give you guys credit. Let me give you credit. Let me give you credit. Calm down. These Arsenal fans, they want absolutely everything, innit?
That's kind of clear.
Let me give you credit. Reece James is clear, but today Rice, he won the Declan Rice Caicedo derby, right? I was moved. Don't get me wrong, Caicedo was doing his thing before he got booked, but Rice was also very impressive as well. So I want to give Rice.
Yeah, but I think he won that by default. Really, it's not really about when if the other man gets sent off. So I won't really count that. But look, we'll get into that. But let's just start with who is the happier team? Who do you think will be happier with the draw?
I think
Are you
Chelsea.
both just satisfied with the draw, or Chelsea will be happier with the draw?
If I may,
go on the game. Sorry.
if I may, I think Chelsea will probably be happier with the draw, considering that majority of people didn't really give them a chance. Outside of Chelsea fans, most people thought that Arsenal would go there and probably win. We were favourites to win, right? So yeah, Chelsea. But in the grand scheme of things, I think a draw didn't really hurt either team's ambitions going forward. When you look at things in a whole, Chelsea, if you ask me, probably slightly shaded it even with 10 men, which is what frustrates me even more, and which is why I would say that they were more likely, they would be the more likely fans to be happy, because with 10 men, they didn't shell up. They were still throwing punches. They were trying to score. Whereas we looked like the team that was struggling to control the game, were struggling to contain Chelsea, especially when they were hitting us with the counter attack. They were pretty good. I have to give our defenders credit. That's the first time that they played together. But I feel that they did well. They showed their quality, but I still feel we miss Gabriel and Saliba. Not necessarily their ability to defend or their ability on the ball, but just their presence. Like, it's a whole ball game when you see Gabriel coming at you, or then it is Nkapé, or when you try to go up in the air with Nkapé, or would you rather go up in the air with Nkapé, or would you rather go up in the air with Gabriel? I would rather go up in the air with Nkapé. Like, and that's no slight on Nkapé, because I felt he did very, very well today. But yeah.
Yeah. I think it's a weird one, because I think you have to almost break down that question of who's happier into two things. I think if you're going to say happier with the performance, I think, like, by a mile, Chelsea fans would say they're happy with the performance. Probably Arsenal fans would say they're not as happy, right? But then if you break the question into who's happier with the result, I think Arsenal fans would be happier with the result than Chelsea, because obviously, for one, Arsenal are leading the pack. They've already got the gap. So for us, we feel like we need to close the gap. And then to know that you're playing so well and you couldn't really capitalize on playing so well, because even before Caicedo got sent off, we had chances. And I was watching the game with my brother, and I was actually saying, I just pray we score one of these, because if we don't capitalize, I know we're going to get hit with a sucker punch. Unfortunately, the sucker punch was our own player, but it's one of those ones where, like, if we don't capitalize, we're going to suffer from it. So it's frustrating to know that, okay, like, we were so close, we were playing so well. We even went 1-0 up. So it's frustrating to think we couldn't just see it out and just close that gap from 6 to 3, and it makes all the difference. So yes, I'm happy and proud of the team's performance, but it just feels frustrating to be like, it was in our hands, like, it was in our grasps. But I think in the post-match interview, they were asking Reece James, they were saying, like, like, how do you feel about the result? Reece James was like, I'm annoyed, we should have won, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, wow, like, it shows how far you've come, because you're annoyed that with 10 men, you didn't beat the team at the top of the table. And when the interviewer said that, I was like, you know what, that's true, right? Like, we can be proud of how far we've come as a team for that to be the standard now. So yeah, that's kind of how I think about it.
Sorry, it would have worried me if he wasn't annoyed. If he worried, it would worry me if he said, we're happy with this, with the result, because then it will show me, yeah, your ceiling, your ambitions ain't that high. If you are happy with that result and the way you played, knowing the significance of it, like, if you won, how big a win would be.
I wouldn't say not necessarily.
Bro, for me personally, it would.
Because of the,
I'll be like,
because of the
you're not ambitious enough.
No, but if it's because of the circumstances, though, right? If you're down to 10 men, like, a lot of teams, when they get a point from 10 men, I'll get something from with 10 men, they're going to be happy with it.
But
But
I
if
hear
they're
you,
well with
but
11 man, so
cool.
it does show, and I agree, like it does show like where they're at and where they're going, like where they're hoping to get. And I see that in this game as well, because I watched this game and I looked at it and I thought, you know what, Chelsea are at where Arsenal was at like maybe a season or two ago, with ill discipline, like costing them points. But Arsenal has learned from all of that. You can see what team out of the two teams, what team control their emotions better. You can clearly see. Do you know what I mean? Chelsea were just, although they were very aggressive, but they didn't. It's got to be control aggression. There's nothing being aggressive, but you have to have control aggression.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily think is a worry of him not saying that, because if it was the other way around, if they got back, he's probably only saying that because they played well under 10 men. But if they were under the cuff throughout the whole 90 minutes, which I mean throughout the whole 60 minutes that they were playing for 10 men, which they should have been, but I don't think he would have said, "Oh yeah, we're happy with like the point." It would have been. It's the circumstances that would determine those type of answers.
The reason why I say that is because with me as my team playing, I see Chelsea as almost on our level, and I said that Chelsea should be confident going into this game. I said Chelsea are a threat. I've been backing Chelsea since before the season started. So I say that to say this: with me, with my team, even if we go down to 10 men against Manchester City, for instance, if I still expect us to go out and still try to win that game, and I will expect, hear me out, and I will expect Manchester City to feel the same way against us, just like I will expect Chelsea to feel the same way. I see us all as almost somewhat equal, even Liverpool to a degree, until they started messing up. Like, these are the teams that I feel like, even with 10 men against any opposition, they can still be very competitive and go on and possibly win those games. So that's why I say that.
Do you know what? To be honest, do you know why I slightly agree with Tommy? Is because I feel like we've almost been like thrust into the team that's expected to challenge almost so quickly. And I guess that's just because when you do well, the expectations naturally rise. But at the same time, you kind of have to look at where we were coming from, right? A couple of seasons we'll finish 12th. A couple of seasons ago we're finishing 12th, then we're finishing 6th, then we'll get in like top 4, even like probably like say like around like January, let's say at the start of the year, people were already wanting like the manager out and having doubts, right? And let's just say like within a year's time, people are already looking at us as genuine, like credible, like threats. They're saying we can go toe to toe.
Because you spent $2 billion on not rubbish players.
Look, Liverpool spent like 600 million and they're 12. So
yeah, and that's why
money doesn't mean
hammered.
anything. Do you know what I mean?
And
money doesn't necessarily transfer into like success though. But and you got to see, and you also have to look at the profile of the players that they were getting. They're not getting ready-made players. You can clearly see that. You guys are getting ready-made players. Liverpool are getting ready-made players. So the expectation here is going to win. If Chelsea are going to get ready-made players, then fair enough. Yeah, they might be spending money. And the thing is, they're just doing business at the end of the day, because these players that they're getting, they're also selling well as well. So whether they decide not to use them no more, they're still selling well. But you have to look at the profile of the players that they're getting. So it's, I think that's probably
and the profile of Caicedo.
But it's like someone saying to Arsenal as well, like,
sorry, and the profile, like the profile of Caicedo, we all knew Caicedo was potentially a world-class player at the time of Chelsea buying him. So and like we know
it wasn't a call for being a world-class player. I don't think it.
We knew he was potentially. I said we didn't say he was potentially going to be a world-class player. We knew at the time when he was at Brighton, he was potentially going to be a world-class player.
And
so the profile, as I'm saying, the profile for all these guys are not dead. They weren't dead players.
No, but my point exactly. My point exactly is you're making my point for me. They're not established players. You got. I'm saying they're not. And don't forget, they're not just buying one, saying, okay, this is the finishing product. They're buying like how many 10, 15 players, potentials, sending them out on loan, bringing them back in. A lot of the players that they even buy, that so-called money that people are saying that they're spending, a lot of them don't stay. They send them out on loan. You also have to understand that as well.
And I think there's two different things. There's one thing of the expectation saying you're spending money, so you should be. I like using the Liverpool example, right? Liverpool has spent money, so the expectation is they should be challenging. But there's a difference between, oh, you spent money, so we expect you to do better, and the reality of what you think. The reality is, yes, we spent 2 billion, but let's say 6 months ago to a year ago, did anyone look at Chelsea and be like, oh, they're a good? Did anyone think they're actually a good team? Did anyone think that they're capable of challenging? Nobody thought.
Tommy,
Okay, fair enough. But that's what I mean. Like, we've transformed from a team that, look, what was it like a couple of years ago? We'd be called the £1 billion bottle jobs, right? But we've actually transformed into a team that was basically the joke of the Premier League within a very quick period to a team that's already
that was harsh from
competing.
Gary Neville saying that. Sorry, like, because remember that young team got to the Carabao Cup final. Yeah, they bottled it.
Yeah,
But that young, see what I'm saying? Like, the young players that they were buying weren't dead players.
No,
but we know this though.
It's
I'm
almost
not
as if
saying
the
the dead
writing was
players
on the wall, and it's like everybody's surprised. Like I'm thinking, why?
I've been saying this for 2 years, and I'm sure I'm saying it to Abib. I've been saying this for so long. Like, you're not gonna understand Chelsea's. It will take, like I said this 2 years ago, so it's probably like 2 to 3 years left. In 5 years' time, then you can start assessing the amount of money they spend and what Tom Bowley has done, because they are buying top quality.
They're not dead
youngsters.
players.
But doesn't mean they're ready to go and win the league, bro. Doesn't
Yeah,
mean the top quality players are ready to win the league. Doesn't mean this top quality players can't go into games like against Arsenal and make mistakes. Doesn't mean this top quality team are not going to get red cards. So all of this are all learning experience for them. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to go.
Enough.
And it's not that
that's good. Yeah, I hear you. Experience, learning experience. I get. That I get.
Like, and I think that's all it is. But look, let's move on, because we're going to be here back and forth in regards to stretch. Saeed, do you think Arsenal should have done more to win, or do you think Chelsea? It was just what Chelsea did limited their chances.
You know what? I think they 100% should have done more to win. I reckon they were a bit too slow with it. Apart from like 10-15 minutes in the second half, where they sped up, that's when they scored their goals. Like, as in they up the intensity, they were getting balls in the box, they were moving the ball out, popping the ball a lot quicker than they had been. And just in terms of scenario, yes, a point does do something for Arsenal, but at the same time, you want to keep everyone at arm's length and whatnot. So they should have definitely done more. You can see the expression on a lot of their faces were kind of disappointed when they come off the pitch, and it's because they know they had a great opportunity to do better. I couldn't the thing is, it's easy to say. Like, I saw how scared they were of like Neto's pace of Garnacho. Well, not Garnacho. I think Neto more so, innit? And that's probably why Rice was dropping a lot deeper than I thought he would be. But also, like, as in having who they have there, Marino and Odegaard pushing up a lot higher as well. So I can understand like Rice sitting back, but I thought, that basically if you're gonna have a base of like 4 or 5, or to be fair, Skelly and Timber pushing up, but if you're gonna have that base of the 3 in the middle, like, you should be moving the ball around a lot quicker, especially like from side to side. Move Chelsea about a lot more, and like a lot of times Chelsea looked comfortable in their shape, like giving up possession but looking comfortable in their shape. And to be fair, it's a testament to how good Chelsea were, but at the same time, you would expect more. Like, as in, he got an assist today, but like, as in, I did think Saka didn't have the greatest of games. Like, when I watch Saka, like, as in, a lot of times he makes a lot of good decisions. Like, today, he just looked like he weren't making as many good decisions as he normally does, but at the same time, he still got numbers on the notch today. He got an assist. So, but it's things like that, like, as in, he would look back at his performance and think, oh, I could have done more there. To be fair, like, as in, I shouldn't call him out, but like, Gokres could have had a chance or two if he was more on it. He's just come back from injury, in my opinion. So yeah, I think there'll be a couple people come off the pitch, and Arsenal in general thinking, definitely should have done more. The game was there for the taking, especially playing 60 minutes against 10 men. Yeah, that's what you want, isn't it? But
so what you're saying?
Would you say the same, Akeem?
Yeah, I pretty much agree. I felt like it wasn't until Odegaard came on where we started really controlling and really putting more pressure onto Chelsea's team, their midfield and their defense. Um, he was now more dictating the pace of the game. He was getting on the ball more. Like Eze, basically cool. Now the difference between Eze and Odegaard in the 10 is Eze don't get involved in the game as much. He's a moments player. Whereas Odegaard, he's really a dictator. Yeah, and it's a thing where I think where we might have to sacrifice either Rice or Zubimendi and play Odegaard and Eze together, so we have a lot more control. Because Odegaard, what he did, because of him, because of how Chelsea had to be more compact. That's why Saka was able to get one-on-one with Kukurea for the first time and put a cross in for us to get a goal. Otherwise, I don't know where our goal was coming from. And I know I'm been cussing Odegaard for the last 2 years especially, but we actually saw some of the things that why Arteta love him and why we used to call him the heir to KDB's throne, because he is a wonderful controller of the ball. But yeah, I felt Chelsea were very too comfortable. They kept hitting us on the counter. Pedro Neto, one-on-one against Hincapié. Hincapié did his job, did well, but you can tell with 11 men, Chelsea on the counter, they are a big threat, big danger. Especially with Pedro Neto.
To be fair, so what do you think? Like, as in, he will play Odegaard and Eze? Because I was looking at it, like, as in, I was wondering why Rice was like stepping really deep, but maybe because it's Gabriel Anthony but not around, didn't it? Maybe when they come back, maybe he can have the option to play Odegaard and Eze together in games. But yeah, I thought Rice was way too deep for me today, man. Like, especially like Chelsea had 10 men, like, step up, man. I think it was on like, last 10 minutes.
According to Akeem. Oh, not according to Akeem, but I've been voicing the fact that I don't think. No, not throwing under the bus, but I've been voicing. I'm not. Once again, this is not a knock, and he's a very, very good player. But I have been saying, and your answer to the question I gave you just pretty much answered me, because I've been saying that I don't think Zubimendi controls the game the way everyone makes it out to be, as if he controls the game. If he controls the game the way you're making out to be, why do you need to bring Odegaard on to do that?
Yeah, no,
because
Tom,
that made so much sense. I agree with that sub, and I respected the manager for that, because when he came on, he started to control the game. But if you guys what you're telling me about the control that Zubimendi has on the game, why does Odegaard need to come on and do that, bro? Him and Declan didn't have no control over it. Even with 11 or 10, they didn't have control of the game, especially with 10. So my question to you, bro, why would the manager need to do that if Zubimendi's controlling the game that you're telling me he's controlling the game?
Tom,
it's a different game as well, though. Remember that it's a derby. Like, as in, there's a lot of
and I get I understand it's a derby. It's 10 men. If you can't control a game against 10
men,
I don't know what you want me to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're saying someone's at the level where they're controlling the game, I'm not saying he's not a good player. I'm just saying he hasn't shown me what everyone else has seen, the level that everyone else has seen. I'm just saying, I'm surprised that everyone's seen this sort of level, because I haven't seen it. Yes, he's been a good player, but if you're saying he's dictating the game, and why would Odegaard need to come on?
No,
it's not a must, though,
no,
right?
Tom. So yeah, he was doing it. He was doing it against maybe lesser midfields. Chelsea, I compare Chelsea's midfield to our midfield. Their midfield is comparable, literally. And he was doing it against lesser midfields. I'm not sure that Odegaard is of that level to do it to that midfield, especially against 10 men. Zubimendi, he disappointed me today. He disappointed me today. Very, very disappointed with him today. I'm not gonna lie. Him and Eze especially.
Yeah, Eze was quiet. I think Rice will be Rice. Like even Rice, I don't think Rice can have a bad game because of his like he's blessed with like athleticism. So it's like he's gonna move around the pitch. He's gonna cover all the grass on the pitch. You know what I mean? So even if he's not solid on the ball, he's gonna give you something on that pitch. But yeah, look, that
Quickly,
is
sorry.
the Go on.
Go on, try and finish, Tom. Finish, Tom.
No, I'll finish. You can go.
All right, so quickly, cool. Back on the Saka and Pedro Neto thing, yeah. Like Pedro Neto, he ran his socks off. He was a threat, but at the end of the day, he did nothing. Right? Saka, we all agree, poor game. He could have done better. Leaving the pitch, thinking I could have done a lot more, but still got an assist. Still was a bit of a threat. We can't compare them to.
Who's comparing them to?
I mean, Neto was a threat today, though. Are you saying Neto wasn't a threat?
I'm not saying he.
Especially
I didn't say that. I said he was a threat.
He ran. I think Saka. What? Because Saka got the assist. Because I don't. I think
even when Saka done a great job on. Even when Saka is poor, he still does something that will influence the game.
But I think that's a bit unfair though, because
how is that unfair?
I think what you're trying to say. Wait. Let me just clarify this, because I think people that are watching it for the first time, what you're saying, might think we said that Neto's a better player than Saka. We're not saying that. We're saying he's
I never said you said that.
Season.
I never said
no, but
that.
I'm not saying no, but I'm saying people watching it for the first time, or people that don't understand why you brought it up, may think that.
Yeah.
But our argument was when we were talking about
having a better
Saka
season
and the Neto situation, he was like, who's having the better season?
A better season. And I'm saying
exactly.
even with Saka's poor season, it's still better than Pedro Neto's good season.
I think that's a bit unfair though, because
I think it's unfair.
Look,
I think Neto did all right today.
The way Saka got his assist was because you guys had all your men up. When Neto got the ball,
we did the overloaded. Who are you
gonna press into?
We overloaded. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, we overloaded. We overloaded.
I don't think this is a great example to use. Really, I don't think it's a great example. They're playing with 10 men, bro. He was running up and down around the pitch. What do you want the men to do?
Yeah, who's he gonna?
My point is,
when Lewis Kelly's supposed to be marking him.
Martinelli, but I never said. Who said anything about Martinelli?
When you said Skelly, innit?
No, I said Lewis Kelly. Where was Lewis Kelly when he was supposed? Because Lewis Kelly was nowhere to be found when Neto was on that side, bro.
Yeah,
he kept inverting, bro. He kept coming in midfield. Didn't you see? I don't know. Bro, half the time I didn't know what Arsenal were doing in that game, bro. I was watching that game frustrated.
Well, we said everyone's a tactician until a real tactician shows up, yeah?
I will say, like, Moisés definitely got like a lot of things right today as well, though. Like, as in, I think, like, as in the more and more, especially in bigger games now, and I think, like, ever since like big games last season, and
he's been doing it for all the big games. Like,
he has, to be fair, but for me, I think
it's only the United one that got caught on.
What I'm saying is that I thought the Club World Cup gave him the validation to say, yeah, like, as in, like, his decisions come off in it. He can trust his decisions in that kind of sense. So anyway, like, when I've seen him making decisions this season, more and more, I'm just like, yeah, okay. Like, even him bringing on Garnacho, like, it just made sense for the game. Taking Esteval, bringing on Garnacho, because if anyone's going to stretch, like, as in Garnacho will run for days, if you get what I'm saying, innit? So the plan was clear. You could see Chelsea's plan clear as day as what's going to happen. And that's why I was impressed with Neto, because, as I said, in Capia, he was shitting his pants, bro. Like, as in,
he clamped him.
No, but he had pure fear in his eyes, bro. You can see it, like, as in, they were.
When he made that challenge, he was like, finally, I got one.
So, yeah, like, and like you're saying about Neto, he had a better game, Neto, but, like, as in terms of the impact they had on the game, I would say, like, yes, Saka got his assist, whatever, but in terms of, like, as in who comes off and say defense talk more about, like, as in your defense will talk more about Neto than Chelsea's defense will talk about Saka and that kind of stuff. Also, the other thing I would like to say, Enzo had an amazing game as well. Like, as in, I was really impressed with Enzo in the middle as well. So yes, Reece James got his plaudits today as well. But I think Enzo, like, and if it weren't because of like little like margins again, like, as in he could have definitely had more shots off or been on the score sheet in it. So I was impressed. The only thing I didn't like about him, but Chelsea, or sometimes with Chelsea, like they were just going down a bit too easy. They were trying to
Bruv, bruv.
I don't like watching it. I understand it, but I don't like watching it. Like every little tackle,
Little fairies, bruv.
They were trying to even it up. They were trying to get them sent off.
They're trying to even out, but it just don't look good, doesn't it? But especially when Enzo's having such a good game, like it's like just kind of keep that to the side. But at the same time, I understand it. But yeah, I was giving him a little shout out because I thought he had a really great game.
Even in the beginning, bruv, I think the referee almost ruined the game by the early bookings. Like there were too many unnecessarily early bookings.
I agree. And that's what frustrates me about the game no more. It's as if you're not allowed to tackle anymore.
Yeah.
Everything doesn't necessarily translate into a yellow. And I think it ruined it. I don't think, Zubamendi fouled him, but just play on, bro. Like, and then now that he's giving that yellow to Zubamendi, it felt like he needed to do it for every other tackle that is similar to that. So it slightly ruined it with that. He did, man. But what was I gonna say? Once again, remember, Abib, I did tell you about Enzo, but you guys keep moaning. Chelsea fans keep moaning.
You know what I want to say with the Enzo thing? I wasn't annoyed because I thought he was crap. I was annoyed because I knew he's a great player and he wasn't showing it often enough. His form earlier on in the season was too inconsistent, and it's because I knew how great of a player he is. That's why I was frustrated. Do you know what I mean? So now that he's actually performing at the level that I know he's capable of, like I'm so happy. Like I'm in love with him because not only is he a great player, but even just his personality, he's a leader. He wants to put the team on his shoulders as well, and that's what I love about him. And I'm just happy to now see him playing at the level that I always knew he was capable of. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, and I get what you're saying. So it's fair enough. I just felt like it was just like the reaction was just a bit too harsh. But because I just thought it was playing well as well. And it doesn't necessarily, and because of the way the levels Caicedo was at, everyone's tending to think that he's the same. And I think the managers now found the best position for him. And I've been saying I think they're the best pairing in the league. Shoot me for all you want. I've been saying this for a long time, but I've been saying Caicedo and Enzo are the best pairing on the pitch. It's up to you guys to decide who you think is the best pairing.
But you know, I want to give a lot of credit to the manager for that, because I remember when we had those two on the Pochettino, everybody said that these two don't complement each other because they were just like so far apart. They were just like our midfielders getting run through really easily. But that's why I want to give credit to the manager for finding a structure to allow their talents to be shown and elevated and be complemented together. Like, it just shows how important your manager is in the whole system, because you can have all the best players in the world, but if you don't have the right structure, the right system to put them in, then you're not going to see the best out of all those people. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get it. Another thing that manager done well today, just because things like this can easily get overlooked. With your Arsenal set pieces, is left 3 up top, even with 10 men. And what that meant is that Arsenal had to leave players behind. So now Arsenal can't overload the box with like the defenders and running in. So you can see when Arsenal had a corner, there was so much space and not enough bodies in there. Because what you guys did you left Neto, Nacho, and someone else. Is it Enzo? You left all 3 of them up top. So Arsenal was forced to leave 3, maybe 2 defenders up top. So the box wasn't as like packed. No, Arsenal couldn't use any of their sneaky tactics to like push a player away. It was so credit to the managers, and it was brave. You know what I'm saying? It's like brave against Arsenal. Like, we know how good Arsenal is. As much as we compare players. One thing I'm not going to do is knock Arsenal as a team. Like, they're a great team. I think Arteta is a great manager. And when we compare players, people tend to think that we're like trying to diminish play or trying to rubbish. But I'm not doing that. We're using comparison in it. So I'm not taking anything away from Arsenal. But credit to. I think for me today, if any credit is going to go to anyone, it's going to be Chelsea. But both teams, I think Akeem summed up perfectly at the beginning of the conversation. I don't think the draw hinders both teams moving forward. Arsenal are still top of the league by 5 points. Chelsea are still behind them. So I don't think it hinders anything. So you move forward, there's still plenty of opportunity for Arsenal to stretch the league, and there will still be plenty of opportunities for Chelsea to reduce the league. So we move on. Is there anything else we haven't touched on in the game? That
the red card itself, though, like the red card.
Oh yeah, the red card. Yeah. I think I'll start. Whoever wants to go next. I think it was stupid. I think it's a red. I don't think it's a debate for me. Who's next?
To me, like, as in, it is stupid, and when you look at it, it's a red card, yeah. But like, it's going to be a bit, because like you want to keep it, like games like this, you want to keep as many people on the pitch as possible, right? And that's not a clear and obvious red card for me. It's not. It's not like I agree. Yeah, but that's just that's the way I like watching football, innit? And we've gone over the same way, like, as in, I know you can't play football like back then, but it's a silly challenge. That's what it is for me, if you get what I'm saying. And yes, I get the force behind it, whatnot. That's the reason why they gave it. But if he doesn't run in with that kind of intensity, then he's going to be super late, innit? It's silly for him knowing that the ball's gone to go for the challenge, granted, and that he's kind of jumping into it. I don't think it's reckless in that kind of sense where, I just think it's a silly challenge. But I reckon they could have used common sense in that kind of position. But in saying that, they should use common sense in other positions as well, because you don't want to go next week and say, oh, like a challenge was like that, it should be a red card as well. Or he didn't give a card last week, why is he giving it? It's just the common sense. And I know that's the part that referees, or it's hard for referees to.
Sorry, Said. So are you saying if that happens next week to another team and they give a yellow, you'll be fine with that?
But for me, yes. But I also understand them watching it and saying it's a red card. But all I'm saying, like, is what I'm saying, in a game of this magnitude, like, I would love to see how the game plays out of 11 versus 11 for as long as possible, if you get what I'm saying, innit?
Irrespective of how you would like to see, that was a straight red. Straight red.
But I don't think it was.
I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to argue with it. I'm not going to argue with it.
High,
it wasn't that high. It wasn't that high.
Oh,
that's like it was like knee high.
And he could have broken his leg. Let's be real.
Did he?
Let's move on. Let's just move. Because that would just be ridiculous now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I thought it'd be ridiculous, bro. Like, it don't matter how we want it to be played. Yes, we all want to see 11 players, bro. It's a red, bro. He left.
The fact the referee even gave him a yellow, they need to arrest him and interrogate him.
Bro, he left the ground with 2 feet. But not only that, don't forget he was coming with so much pace as well. It's just stupid. Nah, it was stupid. Nah, it was a red, bro. Like, I'm not gonna hair for that.
That's how he runs about chasing people down, though. And the thing is, like,
no, but not leaving the ground. Now, whether you're a game or not, that's a red, bro. Like, that's a red. I can't lie to you guys, bro. Like, you guys might want to defend it. But
if Saka himself did that, I'll say it's a red. Like, big man thing.
Yeah, no. If I see any player, I don't care whether it's Arsenal, United, that's a red, bro. Like, in this day and age, like, and you know, in this day and age, the threshold is very thin as it is, and you just jump. And he knew, though, and I think he was faking his injury, because he probably knew that's a red. He was faking his injury. He knew
because he knew himself.
So long.
And the thing, Caicedo's got form for that as well.
He was hoping the referee should get.
Yeah, exactly, bro. He knew. Maybe he was trying to con the ref in it to think it's not as bad as it is, bro. But yeah, bro, it was a bad tackle, man. It was I think the emotions got the better of him in the game, and he started off really well. But he was very aggressive. But I don't mind you being aggressive, but it's got to be control aggression. You have to have a level of control, and this is where I was comparing them to like Arsenal a couple of seasons ago when Arsenal kept on getting the red cards for like silliness. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. Arsenal players were very controlled. Like the news, to be fair, it was probably a bigger game to like. If you look at by the reaction, it looked a bigger game for Chelsea players than Arsenal players.
Yeah.
It definitely did.
Yeah.
It looked like a bigger game. So I'm sure even going into the game, Arsenal wouldn't mind going out of that game with a draw going into the game. I'm not sure whether the mindset was to go in there and win. I didn't see it anyway. I didn't see that. And it's a shame that, as you said, João Pedro was just messing up a lot of chances because Chelsea could have potentially scored. Like just making the right decision, the right passes. Chelsea could have scored even before that. But credit
Even
to Chelsea that they still scored with them. Man.
Yeah. Obviously, he's 18. I'm not going to get too much on him, but even Esteval, like, he had that one volley which he ballooned over the bar. A few of his decisions, if it could have been a bit better, but like we were getting in really threatening positionings, and that's why I was saying if you don't capitalize on this, we're gonna get sucker punched. I could feel it coming. So yeah. Also, what happened to your boy Cauliflower, the left back you were trying to put ahead of Correa? I didn't even see what he did in the game.
What happened to your Esteval? The one you trying to put ahead of Saka? I didn't see him in the game. You were trying to put Esteval.
Yeah. No, we put Neto in though. We put Neto in. We put Neto in.
Ahead of Saka, who got an assist.
Correa locked him up.
Neto didn't do nothing.
Saka was non-existent.
He's still in Nkapé's pocket. Yeah, he was running.
I just saw Saka when he was crying to the ref.
He was running. He ran right into Nkapé's pocket.
Let's not get it.
All right, boys. Look, we've been on this for a while. I'm just to close this off. I'm just gonna go around the table to see, and if you just pick a player, who you thought was the best player on the pitch today. Start with you, Abib.
Oh, Reece James, clear. Okay, there was a lot of good players. Sorry, everybody was good, but Reece James was like on another level.
Said.
Yeah, Reece, but like honourable mentions to Enzo as well, though, because I think it was close between both of them.
Oh, and Sanchez honourable mention as well. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say that actually, Abib. I know we was talking about Sanchez. He made some really good save as well, and he just sometimes keepers just need to keep quiet and keep out of the limelight, and that's what he's doing at the moment. But I still don't trust him. I'm not gonna lie to you. Still don't trust him.
His distribution was good as well. A lot of the times when he wanted to throw out quick or just pass the ball, like he just. Don't get me wrong, I'll never feel comfortable with him on the ball, but he was good on the ball. Do you know what I mean? Like he was doing this thing.
Yeah. Just one more thing. You keep those two partnerships. You keep Fofana fit. I'm beginning to like that partnership with Chalobah. You know, them two. And I think I can't lie to you.
I think Chalobah was a little bit shaky at the start. I think the occasion kind of got to him, but once he settled down, he started to improve in the game.
Yeah. And Akeem, who would you say? And even if he's a Chelsea player, who's your best Arsenal player?
No, I think rightly so. The best player on the pitch was Reece James. And again, you're right. Honourable mention Sanchez. Because he made three very good saves, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 3 very good saves. And 2 of them, I believe, were at a time where we could have gone 1-0 up. So he kept you lot. He kept not necessarily kept you lot in the game, but so to speak. But you know what? He kept it level. Also, another player who I thought played well on Chelsea was Fofana. I thought he played well. I thought he was a bit of a nightmare for Marino and Eze. They couldn't really find between them. Between Reece James and Fofana, we really couldn't really get any change out of the Chelsea or penetrate the Chelsea back line. For Arsenal, our best player, it's kind of hard, but I think our defense did okay. Timber did okay, did good as usual. Our best player would probably have to be Marino. Frustrated me. He kept giving the ball away. I felt. I know he got the goal, but he didn't hold up the ball as well. Other than Rice and Mascara and Nkapé, those are my 3 good solid performers for Arsenal. Everybody else was I believe below par.
Cool. All right, look, we spend so much time on Arsenal and Chelsea. and we haven't discussed what the great Manchester United done today. We've done something that you
The mighty Reds.
we've done something that a lot of teams haven't been able to do. Going over to Palace, grabbing 3 points. The enigma that's called Manchester United. That's bro. This team, man. I honestly like you win the games like this, and it ultimately it just takes you back to like previous games. I'm thinking, oh, if only we got points in this games. If only that's what it ends up. That's what you end up thinking when you win games like this, man. But look, Saeed, I will hand over to you to discuss your team because, bro, they're a frustrating team, man. Like, I am happy. Don't get me wrong, I am happy that we won, but it's just so frustrating, bro. Like, we go and beat Palace away from home. Like, I think me and Max were doing like a review of our next 5 games, and this was the only game that we submitted defeat to, more or less, saying that look, this might be a draw. They probably might beat us, whatever it is. And then look, we gonna beat them too. I give up, man. Say what you saying? What you saying about the game?
Yeah. No word of a lie. Like what you said there rings so true, bro. Like as in the minute we like after the final whistle, and you can only do after the final whistle. I went back to look at all the games we dropped points at. The Brentford, the Tottenham. Who was it more recently? Everton. That's my what?
Everton.
Between 6 and 9 points there. Now, literally, they're the games that came straight to mind, didn't it? And it's like. But also, we got to understand that United aren't going to be consistent or as consistent as we need them to be this season, isn't it? But going to the game, Palace had the running of the first half, to be fair. I think maybe the pitch weren't that great because there was a lot of loose passes from both teams.
Yeah, a lot of people were slipping as well.
What's that?
A lot of people were slipping as well.
Yeah, a lot of people slipping. Yeah. I think one thing that really helped us is Saar not staying on the pitch because especially in the second half, like as in Eddie came on, but he wasn't as direct as Saar could be. And there was a couple of chances, maybe in the first or second half, where Eddie was running through, and I was like, "Oh, it was the second half," and then Shaw got back. Maybe I can't remember. But yeah, like as in looking at the first half, they had the complete running of it. Weren't mad that they were 1-0 up because they definitely deserved it. And they were knocking on the door. They didn't have big chances. They were knocking on the door. Mateta, as soon as they got the pen, and to be fair, like Euro, it's hard. It's a hard one because like you can tell he slips and like it's clumsy from him, but at the same time, maybe you should put it in his pocket and keep it as experience to learn from it in the future. I still like Euro, but yeah, like when he takes the pen, when he puts it down, it's like yeah, he's definitely scoring it. When they bring it back. And tell me when I hear that it's a double touch, I started celebrating, but then I didn't realize that this season they changed the rule. We got to take it like it's been very cool from him to go the other side, tuck it away. And yeah, I think like as in I was just hoping that we can get to half time just 1-0 down because they didn't have big openings, but they didn't have big chances, but they definitely had openings. And you know, United like as in they can crumble easily. Second half, like as in, I think it was a sentiment of Amorim ripping into the players. He did say like as in he was trying to get Xerxes to play a little bit different, like as in he was saying that he's the reason why we won the game. I think there's part of it is us, and obviously like as in we win with 2 set pieces. But part of it is like as in obviously Palace had a game during the week, so they kind of looked like they did step off it a little bit as well. Yeah, love the assist. Like, as in, love the assist from Bruno. Love Xerxes' goal, and it was really important for Xerxes to get a goal because before that, like, as in, when the balls were going up to him, he wasn't really holding on to it. After that point, like, as in, he was trying to hold into balls. He was kind of threading it through a lot more. Yeah, and then like we get another foul. It was really clever from Bruno and Mount because you could see that the sun was in the eyes of Henderson. So, like, obviously the sun was out. It was good that they kind of took advantage of that, take the free kick really quickly and get us in goal. Thing is, with United, you can never start celebrating until the final whistle because, like, anything can always happen. And this is what I mean to say. Yeah, it's always squeaky bum time with them. But I think, like, as in, if it was a fresher Palace, they would definitely come on to us a lot more. But, yeah, happy with the fact that we could actually see it out. Happy to see Martinez come back on the pitch as well. He didn't really do too much, but Like, as in, he just needs games under his belt to be a little more sure. Yeah, like, as in, can't really complain. Like, as in, at half time, we'll definitely snap the hand off for the win, and yeah, just happy at the end of the game that we managed to see it out. And as I said, like, as in, all I did was look back at all the missed opportunities. But I guess over the season, these kind of things are going to level itself out. Like, we'll beat Liverpool when we're not meant to, and then we'll lose points to 10-man Everton when we are meant to win. So I guess it's just a symptom of what we should expect. Yeah. And in terms of the grand scheme of things, like, as long as we're on course for like top 7, top 8 finish, I think it will definitely be an improvement on last season. So, yeah.
Yeah, there's a funny stat. Apparently, Crystal Palace haven't actually won a game after they played the conference. I couldn't believe it, but I guess that shows what you're saying. They ran out of energy.
But you could also kind of see, like, as in, you could see why, like, their squad weren't, like, as in, they didn't really have too much to bring on. Oh, got to mention Adam Wharton as well, like, as in, especially in the first half, like, as in, he was the reason why they had some openings, like, within like 2 touches, like, the ball's going forward, isn't it? So sometimes it's off the tackle that he's passing the ball forward. It's like, and that really hurt us, like, as in, but yeah, that kind of faded, and he had to come off in the second half. So yeah, like, it was things like that that kind of contributed to it. You can see they ain't got a big squad in it, so
yeah,
that's going to hurt them a lot. And they just need to pick what they need to go for. Maybe they got all the domestic cups and just focus on Europe and their league position going forward. But yeah, I like Palace though. So
yeah, I think the manager's Palace manager Glasner, he was complaining about that they didn't really they didn't do enough in the summer to set themselves up for like to be in Europe. And that's what a lot of these teams that tend to understand, really. It's playing midweek and playing the weekends. It's different, especially when you had to go away to France, and then you're not expect to bear in mind they'll probably get back from France maybe late Thursday night or early Friday morning. Guess they'll get Friday break, a bit of light training on Saturday, and then you're expected to play midday. And that's the yeah, and that when I did a preview of the game, and I said that, to be honest with you, I said that only way that we might be able to win the game is them possibly getting tired because of, like, obviously their travels because they're playing midweek, and they did. You can tell, and we controlled the second half even when we scored 2 goals, and the only reason why we're able to do that because you can tell they were tired, they weren't moving enough, and so. But look, as Saeed said, these things are going to level themselves out, and games that we're expected to win, we might drop points in them sometimes, and games that we don't expect to win, which we've done now, away to Liverpool, away to Palace now, we've gained points there. But and despite saying that, still it doesn't help me, man. I still think back into those games thinking, why did we drop points? Yeah, but look, we'll take that, man. I don't think I think the second half performance was definitely better. It was the best way to describe it for me was just a lot more controlled. We looked controlled, but we're united. And even in the first half, don't get me wrong, yes, Palace were the better team, but I still think our 2 chances, Casemiro 2 chances, was even better than their chances. The first one that Casemiro, not so much the header, the first one Henderson saved. Yeah, the very first one. But obviously, Teta was on goal a couple of times. It didn't, and then look, if you're gonna go away to Palace, you have to accept that they are gonna create moments, and what you've got to do as a team is try to limit that as much as possible, and try to avoid making mistakes. And what we did is, they had their moments, but it's the mistake that we couldn't stop. And as you said, like, Leno has just nearly, I don't know his name. Euro just have to put that in his pocket, and then just remember that moving forward, same thing can't happen, innit? So it's a young defender, so these things happen. It's better that it's happening now than for it to happen at later stages of your career. So it is what it is. It just has to move on.
Would you agree with him coming off though, like, as in, or would you want him to stay on?
I don't know what his head was like in the change room. Maybe even if you see at the end of the game, you can see Mason Mount trying to comfort him. So you can see them trying to comfort him. His head might be down, and if that is the case, bro, you're not about to jeopardize. Like, you know what I mean? come off, bro. If that's the case, like, if your head is down, go home and soak. Come back on Monday and do it again. Do you know what I mean? If the manager feels that his head is down, that it might force him to lead. It might lead to another mistake. Then rightly so. Like, then take him off. And especially if he has already.
The other thing I was gonna say, like, I'm a big fan of Mbeumo, yeah, so I want him to get a goal today. There was a chance where, like, it was like 3-on-2, like Xerxes and Mbeumo were messing about the ball, but like Xerxes was inside himself, like, leave the ball for Mbeumo, let him go and score. But like, sometimes we don't look clean with what we're doing in it, and man,
I agree, and I don't and that I don't understand why we don't look clean with what we're doing, because it happens a lot. You're training all week, bro. You're not playing. You're not doing anything else. It's like, why is it?
The thing that makes more sense, like, in that small, the thing that makes more sense is just to make
training.
So the thing that would have made more sense is him to make a different run, so that he's at least an option and he takes someone away. But no, like, then they're both. No,
it's ridiculous, because that has happened far too many times this season. Like, either like the pass is too short, being behind the player, or the pass is just too much, or, as you said, running into each other's spaces. Bro, you guys are training all week, like, together. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you guys doing in training for this? And like, I gave it. I was saying that the first 2-3 games of the season, I was like, look, they're still playing with each other. I'll give them a bit of time, but it's got to stop by now. It's got to look a lot smoother now, man. Honestly, it's just, I don't get it, because like, I know we're not at the same level, but I watch Arsenal and Chelsea today. I look at the quality of their play. Do you know what I'm saying? I need to get to that, bro. I need to get to that level of play.
To be fair,
even if you're losing a game or you're drawing a game, you see in the levels that it's totally different.
And they've been around for similar time as well. Like, Amram's only had like a few more months than Maresca, to be fair.
Yeah, nah. Maresca, I rate them. I can't lie to you. And I've said that about Chelsea and Maresca. People will start thinking I support Chelsea, but I do rate the team. I rate the manager. I couldn't rate him any higher, man. But look, with United, we just have to move on, man. We got West Ham at home. Fingers crossed. Like, I'll be honest, I don't trust that team, man. I do not trust that team.
No. The thing is, like, a couple of the people, like, even though you say like we should be beating the next couple teams, you're like, West Ham have started to look a little more solid than they have done in games gone by.
They didn't today, though.
No, but like, they were still having a go at it. Even when they went down 10 minutes, like, it was still 1-0. They were still having a go. Like, Liverpool were under the cosh for a bit. So, like, it seems like Nuno's getting them doing like as an all, like, getting a tune out of them in terms of their performances. So yeah, we just need to find some way to win that game. Let's keep moving, man. But it shouldn't. I don't think it'll be as easy as like. I
don't think it'll be easy too.
Yeah, and Leeds as well. Like,
United, bro. We don't make it easy.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll see. What we can do is just
look. I don't really want to spend too much time on United, man. I'm still disappointed, bro. I can't lie to you. We won, but I'm gutted, man. We'll move on, bro. The team just disappointed me, man. Just slapping me in the face. They're just slapping me in the face every week. But I'll be honest, I'll take it. They haven't fooled me yet, man. I'm not at that position where I believe in them. So we'll play against West Ham and see what we do against West Ham. Look, Liverpool, obviously, talking on the topic of West Ham, before we even go into the game, talk about trying to beat the allegation of gambling. What was Thingy doing today, bro? What was his name? Paquetá. Did you see that? You just got in trouble for getting people to bet on you, bro. You're not helping yourself with that allegation, because he literally talked himself to get sent off today. I can almost guarantee you that I have to look into that.
It was for a minute, like 59 seconds. It was 59 seconds when he got his first booking to the second one. Oh no, in total, sorry. So he was literally talking about for a minute.
Everyone was trying to pull him out of the way. His own players, like Liverpool players, it was still trying to get at the ref.
Yeah,
I didn't. He was trying to get himself sent off.
I didn't watch it, but I was listening to it on the radio at the time. and the way the presenters were cussing it, they were literally saying what you're saying. It was like everyone, and they were saying the referee was being generous. That's what they're saying. The referee was like saying, like, look, I understand you're mad. And then apparently it sounded like he just kept on going and going and going. Like, he's never beaten the allegations.
No, it's never going to be that allegation, bro. Like, they need to look into it, bro, because he talked himself into that today. Like, whether they might, God, this is not all funny. They might have a family member kidnapped or something, because he needed to let someone free today, because he was like, like, I just didn't get what he gained out of it, bro. Like, yeah, nah, he knew what he was doing today, man. He's a gambler, man. He can't help himself. Like, allegedly, sorry, I don't know.
He's in debt. He's in debt to some unsavory characters.
You know, it makes sense.
Well,
that's why he missed the penalty for Brazil, innit? He knew what he was doing.
It is allegedly. We're not saying it's true.
Allegedly,
I don't know.
Yeah, allegedly.
But right. Look, Liverpool beat them 2-0. Decent performance, better performance from them. And I think what they've done today is what I've been saying, really, because I was watching this with my cousin. He was saying why Liverpool's so deep. I was like, this is what they need to do. And I'm not sure, was it all three of us I was talking about this?
Yeah.
Then they need to drop a bit deeper, drop the line. Like, they need to start respecting the other teams, because the same way they respected Real Madrid, they need to start showing everyone else that same level of respect, because all this ultra attacking stuff that they were doing was far too much, pushing like their centre backs all the way to the halfway line, isolating the centre backs. So they needed to drop a lot deeper. They got good enough players to start playing from the back and holding the line a bit deeper, and they did that. So they need to start doing that until their players get their confidence back. Otherwise, there's gonna obviously get risks losing goals and losing games as they were doing. But yeah, they won the game. Akeem, you have anything to say about Van Dijk this week? Because I know every week you got something to say about him.
No, not this week. This week he did his thing. He marshaled his back line. He was all right. He was back to his greatest centre back ever mode. So yeah.
Don't you think it's funny that Isaac scores when Salah's not around, dude?
Right, whoa, good point. Good point. But well, that's a Liverpool thing. They're gonna have to figure it out, because Salah's not gonna be trying to stay out for too long. Like, you know, he's the star man, isn't he?
He's not playing like it, that's for sure. He would have never played. Maybe if he starts playing like it, he can play games. But when he's thinking out the gaff, of course he's gonna get dropped. Like, especially because he's almost their luxury player, right? He doesn't have to do the tracking back and stuff. They allow him to stay forward because he's meant to produce moments. But if you're not producing that, then what are you there for? Do you know what I mean? So a hold bench, deal with it.
I think they've got is it Burnley or who they've got next at home? They've got Sunderland at home. Yeah, that might be tricky because Sunderland are a good team. So we'll see how they get on. Look, we don't have much time, so I'm just gonna move fast on to like the next City game. City got a late win. What was you feeling like, Akeem, when they put it back 2-2?
I was thinking if Leeds can hold on to this, and then we go and beat Chelsea, another great weekend. But hey, you know, our great weekend. We've got more great weekends to come. So, you know, we can let the rivals have this one. But I thought, but it also Leeds being able to come back from 2-0 down also proved why I'm so confident about my team going on to win the title. Because any team that has ambitions to win the title, you're at home and you're 2-0 up, that should be game dead and buried.
Especially as Leeds.
Yeah, especially a Leeds team who are in the relegation zone right now, isn't it? They're still in the relegation zone, isn't it? Yeah, they were in the relegation zone to begin with, And like, bro, you should be slapping them up. 2-0 should be game over. Foden played well. 2 goals. But still, City need to sort out the midfield, because I don't think it's gelling like how Chelsea's midfield's gelling or ours. They need to sort out. They need that. I don't know what they need. I don't know what Pep's gonna do.
This is going to sound harsh, but I think Pep needs to come under some criticism, because I looked at their squad and they've actually got like a lot of talented players there. But you wouldn't think
no
about
chemistry.
It,
But I'm not. But when I'm watching this, I'm not watching that fluid City. That it's not fluid. It's not. They're not on the same wavelength. Like it's not the same.
Yeah, I think like as in you just got to look at them. They don't look like there's any metal in their midfield. Like really and truly, like Wander's like. But apart from that, Nico's not big enough. When he plays Silva, obviously, like he's great technically, but you can get one over. You just need to like Rodri's a bit of metal in there, innit? And I don't think they have any of that. So teams will get at them in that kind of respect.
Yeah, I think Reinders hasn't really. He hasn't performed as well as I thought it would. Maybe like the toughness of the league is getting to him. So he might need a bit of time. And obviously, but he started off well, but it hasn't been consistent though, isn't it? And that's where they're struggling with Nico. Nico is just not. It's just not Rodri really, and that he's not Rodri. He's not Declan. He's not Caicedo. He's not Zubi. And in terms of like the levels are different. And if you are, winning 2-0, you need if you need a bit of balance, you need that from your midfield. And if they're currently not stable, then there's issues really. Because I thought they've been doing well defensively when it started to pair up Guardiola and Diaz, but it's just not. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think I agree with what everyone's saying. Really, it's. But if there's someone I'm not going to rule out, I'm never going to rule out Pep's team.
Pep,
I've learned that the hard way. So
it's still got a credit.
So we just have to. It's got the credit in the bank. I know, you can criticize him. I'm not saying is avoid criticizing. Of course, you can criticize him, but I'm never going to rule him out. Really. So we just have to wait and see. And ultimately, they're still in the title race. They're still only 5 points behind. So things can change. So yeah. And Man City, with the way they do their dealings, they can easily go and pull out 2 to 3 players in January again and just to strengthen the team. So and that's why I say that as long as they're still in it, all they got to do is just keep in it and hope that they can capitalize if Arsenal was ever to drop their guard, which it doesn't look like at the moment. So we'll see. All right, the last team before we go do like a roundup. It's your favorite team, Akeem. Spurs lost at home again.
At home.
Oh, bro! Every time I watch Spurs play, I'm so pissed off at United, bro. It's only us that don't take points, take the 3 points from there, bro. It's only bro. Chelsea went there and used them as a rug. Like, bro, everyone's going there. and just taking the 3 points and just running with it without no issue.
No, they're not running,
they're
walking, taking it and walking with it.
Bro. Like, no, all jokes aside though, like we don't need to go into the game. Like, you guys, all of you can answer this. Do you think it survives the season, Thomas Frank?
So hard, because I actually do genuinely rate him as a manager, but I've got no idea what's going on here. Like, it's bad. Obviously, a lot of it is to do with individual mistakes as well, but at the same time, like, they gave a stat, like, I think our halftime was like 0.07 xG against Fulham. Like, you can't be doing that. I'm sorry, like, you can't.
That's another derby game as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I even forgot. Yeah, no, that's even worse. No, you can't. And like, I feel like it's one of them ones you want to give him grace because you've seen what he's done with Brentford, but you have to almost earn your grace. You have to be able to see what you're doing. And if you're not even putting up a fight against teams, then you're going to lose the fans very quickly. And once you lose the fans, it's hard to come back from there.
For me, like as in, if Levy was still in, like as in, I don't say he lost season, but noises like as in owners are saying that like they're trying to take a different approach, and like as in they did say that they'll give him time or whatnot at the beginning of the season or like earlier on in the season, but results talk more than anything really and truly, and it's not even just the results actually, it's the performances in those games as well. So like to be fair, in the second half they did have a goal here, could have scores a great goal actually, but even like once he scores, like as in they're pressing with, I know Marnie had a decent chance, but there wasn't anything clear cut, like as in anything that you can say like, yeah, they're like, you're confident they're going to score, and it's been like that for a couple of games in the Premier League for them. So yeah, I think the results and the performances might be a bit telling. You can't keep going on like this. And to be fair, like as in, I'm just happy because obviously like they're my real barometer for the season for United, isn't it? And the more they mess up, the more like as in I can say Man United's had a decent season or kind of in it. So yeah, I don't think he will stay this season.
Yeah, so all jokes aside, we all know my feelings towards Tottenham. But all jokes aside, I'm gonna be serious for a moment. I don't think they should get rid of him at the end of the season. Unless he finishes like below 15th. Because where did they finish last season in the league?
17th.
Like, so what are we talking about here? Like, if he finishes 15th, 14th, 13th, 12th, that's literally progression. Wait,
you said jokes aside. You said jokes aside, but I'm finding it hard to believe you're not joking here, bro.
I'm trying to be serious. Look, like,
but it's hard though, because like, could you argue like a dud of a manager could still finish like 13th with Tottenham?
No, I say that to say this. We got to give him time because this is his first season. He's never been in a situation like this as a manager. Yeah, you've more or less thrown him in the deep end. Right now, he's not. I won't say right now he's sinking. I'll say right now he's struggling to stay afloat. Yeah, I wouldn't call it him a sinking. I say struggling to stay afloat. Give him time. I say, me personally, I would give him time, see and assess it at the end of the season. Because if he's not finishing worse than what you previously was, then and if you can see some, because your league is the barometer. You're not going to win the Champions League. Let's be real. Tottenham aren't going to win it. Not going to compete for it. Let's be real. They're not going to compete for it. They might get lucky in the cups, but that is not your barometer. That's not where you're judging your season at. Like if you finish 12th at the end of the season, Tottenham, and you're starting to see good football, you're starting to see progression in your players. Wait to see what happens next season. Like,
but for me, like as in they had decent football with Ange. If you can say that, attacking football. Yes, they
finished 17th.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm trying to say. Like as in personally, like as in I would rather watch more attacking, like more better football. If you're going to finish 12th or 17th, what's the difference? Like as in goal, like as in if you sack Ange and like as in you can't keep this guy in the job, Frank. If you're in the bottom half of the table, like he's got to go.
I hear you, but me, I'm just me personally. If I start at 17 and the next year I finish at 13 and the next year I finish at 8 and the next and we're playing mediocre football, I'm not gonna.
No, but they can't afford that. No. In a realistic world, Akeem, they can't afford that because realistically, they are spending money to be a top 6 team. So if
they're not a top 6
despite
team.
whether they no, but that's what they're spending money. That's their aim though. Despite whether 12 is an improvement to 17.
So are Brighton.
It's not good enough.
So are Villa. The competition is mad. The competition is mad for the top 6. So
it's
all
not
these
enough,
teams,
bro. Like,
I think Tottenham to settle themselves and just like right off, like the season is you got a new manager, and anything is better than last season.
Do you know why he's saying
Anything
that?
should be better than last season.
It's because with Arsenal, Arteta finished 8th, 5th.
I wanted him gone.
So,
What are you talking about?
Then
I wanted him
Exactly, but
gone.
then you want Thomas
He
to
finished
stay.
4th. I wanted him gone. What are you talking about?
So why are you accepting
But
this
then you
for
want
Tottenham?
Thomas
I don't get it.
Huh? No, but they're not us.
Oh my god! Okay, he's trolling. He's
See,
trolling.
this is what I mean. I told you.
I'm not
He's
trolling.
Trolling, bro.
I hope
It's a
no.
troll. It's
Tottenham as a football club, as a football club, as a football club, as an institution, we are bigger than they are. So us getting a rookie manager and them getting a rookie manager shouldn't be seen as the same thing. And that's what I see people fail to understand. It's like a rookie manager literally going to Inter Milan, going to AC Milan, going to Juventus. Like that don't make sense to me. You get it? That's why I didn't want Arteta in the beginning. Whereas Tottenham, they're Everton to me. They're Brentford to me. So them getting a rookie manager, and I'm not being disrespectful. Who the hell are they? Why? Because they played Champions League for a couple seasons. Come on, let's be real.
Come on, that's disrespectful.
Bro. Brentford don't challenge for the league. Tottenham don't challenge for the league. What we doing here?
But to be fair, Arteta was a rookie
Aston
manager.
Villa don't challenge for the league. Tottenham don't challenge for the league. What we doing here?
But to be fair, Thomas Frank isn't a rookie manager. He's got Premier League. Arteta actually was a rookie. That was his first job. So you can at least understand the logic behind giving him so much time. But Thomas Frank's, he's experienced in the Premier League. So with that, would you still say like the standards are lower for him? Do you get what I mean? Would you still say he still should have way more time or whatever?
I believe the club he is at, they should afford him the time. The stature of the club you are at. People hype up Tottenham bigger than what they are. And that is the thing. That's the problem. They're not. They to me, they are like Aston Villa in stature. They're like Brighton right now in stature. Like
these clubs, let's be real. These clubs you're naming will be pissed finishing 12th as well, though. They can't accept finishing 12th.
If they finish 17th and then they finish 15th and then they will see progression. Villa did that. What are you talking about? Villa did do that.
Wait, so are you saying Man United should be happy to finish 12th?
No, Man United is the stature of Man United. Now you're trolling.
No, but you said they finished 15th last season, so they should be happy.
They shouldn't be happy. They should have sacked Amorim. What are you saying? What are you saying is that Manchester United.
What are you saying? The stature of Man United is bigger than the stature of Arsenal. Man United is much bigger than Spurs.
Yeah,
they don't win anything anyway. They don't compete for anything anyway.
Yeah.
But the stature of
Man United, with Man United, what is happening is diabolical. It is a travesty.
So
you finishing 15th. We're laughing at you. Tottenham finishing 15th. Who cares?
All right, look, let me just last touch. Look, I don't agree with Akeem, by the way, because
of course you don't.
I think that because the reason why I'll just say that is because if Ange that's playing good football, win Europa League, had so much injuries last year, and despite them losing games, they were creating chances. They was like trying to score goals. They was even scoring goals. They were just conceding more than that. They were just conceding a hell of a lot. That was the only problem with it.
It was comical defending sometimes.
Yeah, it was comical. So and I think the issue was just the goals that there was. But he actually had a good game plan. He was actually playing well. There was on the front foot playing. It was entertaining to watch, but it was comical because obviously they were conceding a lot of goals. He won you the league. He didn't take into consideration that he had a lot of injuries. Now I like Thomas Frank, but I liked Thomas Frank. I need to stop saying that because I kept on saying I like Thomas Frank, but I do. But I like Thomas Frank as a Brentford manager because I've only knew Thomas Frank as a Brentford manager.
Yeah.
Now Thomas Frank, away from that, I have to obviously now look at him out all new light because they're struggling to string passes together, and that's not good enough. That's just not good enough. Forget whether you are Brentford.
Yeah, is
all
that
this
the
team
manager or is that the
naming.
players? Because
That's why I think it's quite
how
hard.
But you got to ask me. They do have good players though.
yeah, they
Decent
do have good
players.
players.
Passes together, they're not creating chances. They have bet. These players should be able to create chances. Look at the XG that we're mentioning here, bro. Even if you put us in a team together, our XG should be better than that. Like, it's
Well,
not like
I'll give you 15 good minutes. That's it.
Bro, pause,
That's
gang. Easy. Easy.
And I do really agree with you, Tommy, because I do think like Thomas Frank, it's one of those where you've seen what he's done at Brentford and you want to give him time, but at the same time, time has to be slightly earned. If you're doing 0.00 whatever XG matches, it doesn't matter like what history you have. Like you need to show people, you need to give people something to believe in to earn that time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the point I'm making. I'm not really a fan of like sacking managers, but like for example, if I see what managers are doing, like Graham Potter when he got sacked, or when these kind of managers get sacked, I'm like, no, why? Because I can see what they're trying to do. Give them time. Yeah. But I'll be honest with you, I can't see it, bro. I honestly can't see. Like they're not stringing past. The way they're playing is not good enough, and ultimately that's what it boils down to. So like you're not where does he get, what credit has he got in the bank for them to allow this to go on? Don't get me wrong, they can keep him more than one if it's going to continue like this, because I need every team around my United to fail. I keep saying that. I don't give a damn. I need every team around us to fail. Don't get me wrong. But as a Spurs fan, you're going to take a look at it thinking, how is it going to get better? How does it get better? Because you're talking about the players. Is it him or the players? Bro, there's good enough players to string passes together. We talked about it last week, the formation against Arsenal, the players that he put. Why didn't he use the same players he started against what do you call it? PSG against Arsenal? They would have made more of a difference. Because you use Benteke, you use like at least put if you're gonna play a certain way, put the right players on the pitch. Yeah. So like, this is like the levels are different. When you are managing these teams, you got to be careful. When you're managing Brentford, it's okay. Like, same way when we talk about players, when they are playing for Brentford or playing for these type of teams, you can go for 5, 6, 7 games without not scoring, but there's not much scrutiny on you. You can go 5 games and you're not winning, or so there's not much scrutiny on you as long as. Yeah. But when you are in this big team, where like there's big fan base. But especially in this day and age, they're screwing every single game. Like look at strikers that have been bought over the summer, like in all the big teams. They get scrutinized every game. Do you know what I'm saying? So why shouldn't he? Like, you want the big job, you're going to get scrutinized like a big manager. It's as simple as that. If you don't, then stay at Brentford. Brentford don't want man keeping you because you're doing exactly what they want. I'm saying you're doing what they want.
Brentford are doing pretty well without him right now, to be honest.
Exactly. Like Brentford they're doing pretty well without him. So, but yeah, I think he's under pressure. I'll be honest with you, and it's hard. Like, I will give him a lot of credit if he can get himself out of it. I'll be honest with you. If he gets himself out of it, he will get a lot of credit from me, because I watch them play. I'm thinking, at top row, this is 2-3 weeks on. I still can't get over the fact that United, I know we're bad. We didn't get the 3 points from them, because I watched them. I'm thinking, what the hell is going on? How did we not get the 3 points from them? Because I watched them. I'm thinking, bro, watch them play, and it's just dead, bro. It's dark. Like, honestly, it's really dark. You watch them play.
It's been going on for a while as well, because I've seen like some Tottenham fans who've, even when Tottenham were doing well in the table, they were complaining, saying like the performances don't pick up. It's gonna get dark for Frank. And then the Tottenham fan was being gaslit, saying like, "Oh, what do you mean? Like, you guys finished 17th, just be happy. Look where you are on the table." And now he's come to be proven right, because the performances didn't improve, and now the results have followed suit. So,
no, last season
the problem was that sorry, Kim, and the problem was they weren't getting the result, but they were playing well or like playing good football. Now is you're not playing good football, you're not playing well. Now you're not getting the result.
Mm.
What did the fans have to believe in?
Exactly.
Yeah. Good point. Yeah.
So, well, we have to wait and see, man. See how long he lasts, but I don't mind as long as he keep doing bad. Keep him. Don't give a damn. I don't give a damn, bro. My own focus is United, bro. We need to somehow get into Europe this season, bro. That's what my focus is. All right, cool. Is there anything else on Spurs before we move on? Just do a roundup of the week.
Oh, big shout out to Mickey Van de Ven though. One man army in that defense. He was unbelievable. The challenges he was making, like if it wasn't for him, it would have been embarrassing.
And I think Chukwueze, he had a great game yesterday, didn't it?
Yeah.
But you know.
Cool. All right, look, let's round this week's games up. Brentford. We're not going to spend too much time, so I might just ask because I don't want the recording to be for too long. So I'll just ask questions on certain. I ask each one of you questions based on the game. So the first one is Brentford and Burnley. I'll start with you, Abib. One, Burnley guaranteed to go down. Secondly, how good do you think Thiago is?
Bro, I didn't even know who this guy was, but he just keeps on getting goals. Every time I see my score notification go on, it's him again. I'm like, wow. So no, he's doing this thing. I don't know how Brentford keeps spawning these strikers out of nowhere. Honestly, they got some mad factory. In terms of Burnley, are Burnley going down? I think they have a shot. I think Wolves are guaranteed to go down, and then Leeds could go down. So they just have to be better than one more team. Can they be better than West Ham? Can they be better than Forest? It'll be a tough order. I think they probably will go down, but I don't think it's like a guaranteed. 100% they're going.
Okay, cool. Then we have Sunderland and Bournemouth.
Game of the weekend.
I know you love Shaq team. So what's your thoughts on Sunderland? How well they're doing? And what about Bournemouth on a bad run of form right now? I hope they continue that until we've hated, by the way. But go on, sorry. Go.
No, I thought that was actually a good comeback by Sunderland. They were, what was it, 2-1 down at half time. Granit Xhaka, we saw the mastery of him going to disguise a shot and then just reverse pass.
The disguise.
Like we're seeing the best of Granit Xhaka. When he first came to my club, we played him out of position. But now, as he's more experienced, older, knows his game more, we're seeing the true footballer, the true midfielder that he is. And like, I can't speak highly enough about this guy. Sunderland, like they were my pick out of all the three teams to avoid relegation. But I didn't think that they were going to be flying this high. I thought they were going to be comfortable out of the relegation, maybe like, 12th, 13th, 10th, around that area. I didn't think that they'll be challenging for a European place. I like to see it. Because I want to see a bit more of that northeast of England rivalry of Sunderland and Newcastle. So I hope this continues.
Yeah, Sunderland are a massive team, so it's good for them to be in the league.
Yeah, it'll be good for them. Yeah, and that game's coming up as well. That Newcastle.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I believe so.
We'll be there.
I think it's in the next couple games or so. I think we're in the next couple.
If it's not next weekend, it's the weekend after.
It's the 14th. Actually, it's in a couple weeks. The 14th of December.
Come on, that's a game not to be missed.
And if you haven't watched that documentary on on Netflix, Sunderland Till I Die, bro, watch it.
I remember you recommended me to watch it. I remember you really recommended it.
It's one of the best things I've seen, man.
Tommy, thank you for putting me onto that.
No, one of the best things, bro. One of the best things I've seen. Yeah, I can see you now, Saeed, by the way. Good to see you. All right, cool. Not to go back to you. Can you hear me, Saeed? Yeah? You're back, yeah?
No,
Okay, no, we'll move on. Don't worry. We go on to Villa. Like, look, Villa's is quite impressive because they started off really bad, and now they're fourth, I believe they are. Is it fourth?
They won today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they won 1-0. Won 1-0.
Yeah. Hard fought battle.
Hard fought battle. They missed out on Champions League last season. Do you think they can get it, Abib, this year? Champions League spot?
No, I don't think so, to be honest. I was watching the Liverpool game, but I was getting like highlights from the Wolves game, and it was literally just Wolves dominating Aston Villa. Like they should have been 2-3-0 up. So I don't know how the hell they stole a win. I don't even know how they're in the top four. Like I remember, like they were fighting their 14th, 15th, and then when I saw the table last week and I said they were fourth, I was like, what kind of sorcery did they pull, like to be there? Like, where did they come from? It's like someone just copied and cut their name out and just pasted it there. Like, I'm thinking, I don't remember them winning that many games. Wasn't they losing to Liverpool the other week? So it just shows if you just put 2, 3, 4 wins on a bounce, just like quietly, how high up you can get in the table. I don't know, they ain't getting top four. I don't. And then again, the standard isn't very high though. Like it's not that they're competing against that many good teams. So, you know, maybe they will actually. Who they got to fight them?
Right. I hope they give us chances. Once again, I don't mean to relate back to United. We've got Villa soon. They need to give us some chances as well.
You got to take your chances at the same time.
Wolves had chances today though, so like they'll give up chances, man.
Cool. Say now that you're back, quick one. Look, Everton beat us on Monday, and boy, did Newcastle deal with them.
Punched down.
What was your thoughts on the game, Booty?
It was a good, like, especially Newcastle not winning an away game all season. Like, it was good for them to literally go 2 goals up pretty quickly, but literally keep the foot on the pedal, keep going. Walter Marder's goal. Oh, that was that was silky.
Take a bow, son. Take a bow.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like, and what I really liked is the fullbacks were literally like Livramento and Hall, like literally Livramento. So like they're solid enough, but going forward, like they're a joy to watch. Yeah, no, it was good performance from Newcastle. Everton, like, as I say, like you can't really judge teams against United, like as in like because like all you need to do, like as in playing United is run and you have half a chance with truly in it. But yeah, like as in how they fell apart at home as well. I think that's their first loss at home as well, isn't it? So, but yeah, it was good goals from, and Pickford was at fault for one of them as well. Lewis Miley, like he got his goal. Pickford should be saving that, but yeah, good for Newcastle. I'm happy.
Right, cool.
Eddie Howe's birthday yesterday, isn't it? So yeah, they got him the win.
Right, quickly, swiftly, we got. Was it just one more game actually? Yeah, one more game because we're running out of time. Akeem, they got smacked up 7-0 away to Nottingham Forest last season. They came back with vengeance, but not as much, but at least they've won 2-0 today. Brighton beat Forest. And Brighton is another team that is sneaking up. Like it's very tight. Pause. Like it's very tight. Like on the table, like the points are quite. I think from City, because we're only even like 3 points behind City, I believe. So
really,
like from second place, from second place.
No, four
like,
points.
Still
4 points. Okay, yeah. Second place to 11th place. I don't think there's much. I think it's like 7 points, 7 points or something like that. So it's still a lot to play for.
6 points, yeah. From 11th to City, 6 points.
Wait, so if you guys would have beat Everton and you would have beat Tottenham, you'd be second.
Yeah.
Okay, now I understand why you're fuming. I get it now. I get it. I'll be fuming too. I'll be livid.
Yeah, you look back at those games and thinking we'll be like in a much better place. I'm guessing a lot of the other teams can say that as well. But obviously, I'm only talking from the United's fan perspective. But yeah, look, Brighton is also doing well. What were you saying about Brighton, Akeem?
Yeah,
And I remember we were talking about this last week. Was it last week? About is this the season that they actually push on? Would they be expecting to push on?
Like, if I was a Brighton fan, well, I'm always expecting a lot from the club that I support anyway. So if I was a Brighton fan, I don't think I'll be any different. I would try to be as realistic as I can, but still want my club to show ambition. And they've been, like we said, we've been in the league like 6-7 years now. It's about time that they actually try to push for a European position. They got a good win today. Hard fought, 2 late goals. To be honest with you, I wasn't really paying attention to them, but I was just really looking out for their result. But I didn't really pay too much attention to it. It's too much football going on today. You can't watch it all. But no, I think Brighton this season they should by all accounts be trying to push for at least the Europa League spot. And possibly win one of the domestic cups. They're still in the Carabao Cup.
Yeah, no. I think so. Yes. I think they are. No. They lost it. No, Arsenal beat them. Was it Arsenal that beat them?
We knocked them out. Yeah, we knocked them out.
Yeah, Arsenal beat them. Yeah.
No, so they should try. They should try to see where they can. Where they got to the semi-final of the FA Cup last season, isn't it? Or was it 2 seasons ago?
I think.
They got
I think what Palace has done last season is open it up for like a lot of teams to especially like the likes of Brighton, as you said. Even who else is there that tends to be on the top half of the table? Villa. To go out there and get some and get a trophy.
Nottingham Forest.
Even Newcastle, Carabao Cup as well.
Newcastle.
Yeah.
All these teams that are just, I think, show some ambition. Try with some silverware. Like, what are you lot just doing? Just picking up Premier League money.
Yeah.
Go win a trophy for your fans.
I think this is the best time to do it because the league is very competitive. Apart from Arsenal, everyone's really beating each other. Apart from all the other teams, Arsenal are the only standout team. Like everyone else is beating each other.
Yeah, none of the big teams are serious. None of the big teams are serious. Obviously, apart from Arsenal, sorry. So yeah, it's like now is your chance, and we've seen it the last couple of last season. So yeah, and it's not like the teams have got more serious. If anything, the big teams have got less serious. So you should see it as an opportunity.
Trust me. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, we'll see. I think that's it. Really, I didn't want us to record for this long, but obviously the Arsenal and Chelsea talk went on for far too long. And but that's it. We've got midweek games. What's expectation midweek, boys? Your team to win?
Yeah,
I'm looking at Arsenal game closely. You know, it could be Brentford are a tricky fixture, so we'll see.
Oh, you reckon? Nah, I don't see it, man. I don't see it. I can't stand that Arsenal team, bro. They're not. I don't know. They just know how to beat these teams, bro.
No, I feel like Brentford.
I don't see that one. Yeah, I don't see that. I think Chelsea. At home. I don't. For
United, don't say that you predict to win. Don't give it any.
No.
Bro, don't give any expectation.
That team, I do not trust that team, bro. The only thing I do for them now is just pray for them. I pray every time I pray. Like even today, after my prayer, I was like, God, thank you. I know we didn't get a win on Monday, but thank you for giving us a win today. So I'm just praying for that team. I'm tired.
When are you not playing?
I can tell. Like,
Thursday.
West Ham at home. Yeah, Thursday West Ham at home. Yeah, so I'm not going to say anything. Like I'll do a preview before the game, but I'm not going to lie. I do expect us to win, but
don't say it, Teddy. Oh my god! Don't say it.
But just never know, man. Never know. But now that's it, man. Thanks, people. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like, turn on your notification to know whenever we upload, and make sure you comment, ask some questions, man. I'm waiting for like questions so we can have like a question segment at the end of like a week or so. So we'll be back. Let's just record on Sunday. I don't think we should record midweek in case so we can do like a double game conversation on Sunday. Yeah. All right. Thanks, boys. Have a good week. Peace.